Hello, hello, my lovely people. Kate, Hypnotherapist with you again. And today we're talking about the question that I received as well in my Instagram private message, direct message. And it has been like this. Why my medication never worked for me, but it works for someone else. So I decided to do the video, right, that will explain why medication doesn't work and why it does. I'm not a scientist, so I'm not going to bring the medical terminology, it's just based on what I know. And if you disagree, then you probably just should go on with your way of treatment, right? And doing the inner work and the healing probably is not the option for you, right, for now. But if you're interested in why your medication doesn't work, then this video is for you. So, about 50, more than 50 years ago, right, one scientist, right, kind of brought up the idea about the chemical imbalance. And because the pharma business started to develop really fast, right, and then the first antidepressants, right, were developed, pharma business really grabbed on that idea of chemical imbalance. It is so easy, to explain. However, there was no sufficient data that would, really prove that people with depression, anxiety, right? They just have this chemical imbalance in their mind, in their brain, right? And all of them need medication. But that was so easy for them. So they started to do everything impossible to really, really prove that, confirm that idea, right? That belief. And now almost every second or third client with depression that I have will tell me that they have chemical imbalance in their brain. However, I think that it was only like less than 5% of all depressed people who might have a chemical imbalance. Also, not scientifically proven, because all of the scientific research is funded by a pharma business. Most of it, not all. Sorry, that's a mistake to say that all of them, but most of them, right? So that's what happened. Technically, there are a couple of medication types, right? Antidepressant or anti-anxiety, right? Medication, but most of them, they just kind of increase your neurotransmitters, and that ups your, happy hormones, so that you feel more, aligned, balanced, happier, joyful, And for some people, it really works. But for most people, it stops working, or you just need to up your medication. And for some people, it doesn't. And actually, it creates lots of side effects that people are struggling with, and they cannot figure it out. So why medication doesn't work? And this is in cases when it doesn't work. And I'll say why it does work, right? So it doesn't work because of the couple of reasons, and I'll name 3. First, because it doesn't help you with the root cause of the problem, right? So if you had emotional neglect, abuse in childhood, and you have depression, and then you start taking medication, that's not going to solve the problem. Not at all. It will mask the symptoms for sure. It will help with the symptoms, but it will not deal with the root cause. Another reason why medication doesn't work is some people don't respond to them, just like people don't respond to antibiotics or, antihistamines, right? So some people just don't, their body just doesn't respond. Their bodies, they just don't respond to the medication. So that's why it doesn't work for them. It actually can create side effects, right? And the third reason is it just stops working. So it kind of helps in the beginning, but then your body gets used to it, and it's just somehow, by some magic reason, doctors or physicians or psychologists, psychiatrists start to increase your dose. However, all the articles in the Google you will find, most of them will tell you that there is no addiction to the anti-anxiety and antidepressant medication. So I don't know how that works out with the logic, but that's what That's what you will find on Google. So these are the 3 reasons why medication works. If you are taking medication and it works for you, this is why it does. When it starts taking effect, you do really feel better. You feel more joyful, happier, more in line with yourself, and you start to make decisions. Because when you are depressed or you're anxious, you're in a fight or flight mode, or you're in this numb mode that you don't make any decisions, right? When you feel better, you start to make changes in your life. Some people find a job. Some people build relationship. Some people are able to go on with their current jobs, right, and careers, and that makes them more fulfilled. It makes them happier. Some people get better relationship with their partners and kids, which also makes them happier. However, not everyone can make those decisions. And if they don't make those decisions, that naturally increase. Like, imagine a person who is depressed and they found a job and they connected to the community, and they found a partner. Of course, they will feel better. They will not feel depressed. So when they take medication, they get better and they make those decisions that naturally bring people out of the depression, right? Of course, it helps. And people usually put that on medication and not on their decisions, right? So this is what happens, why it works. So depression usually is the problem of disconnection. And you can even look, if you are depressed, and I was depressed, I had a postpartum depression, I had regular depression, right? I knew that I was just disconnected. My whole world seemed like I was just like numb. I was just not interested in life. On the surface, I was probably okay, but inside, and it was just pain and hurt. Also, depression is a problem of not doing what you love, right? So not following your heart as well, right? So that's a big root cause of depression, and when people figure it out, they get so much better. Right? What is the problem? What is the cause of the depression? Usually it's a childhood trauma, emotional, physical abuse, neglect. When children didn't have their needs met, basic needs and emotional needs, right? Depressed parents. When your parents were depressed, you will of course take on that same strategy in life. You will be depressed. I'm not saying everyone, but many people do, right? Sometimes, just like a confused mind, right? Disconnection from the world, right? Also can be a huge reason for the depression. For anxiety, if we're talking about anxiety medication, right? Anxiety has the root cause of not being in the present, right? Being always in the future or in the past. Always overthinking the future, overthinking the past actions, regrets, shame, guilt, worries, overachieving, perfectionism. Always they would be anxious. This anxiety will be there all the time or most of the time, right? So these are the roots and causes. And let's do this. When you have 10 kids who got a food poisoning, right? And they went all to the doctors, and 9 doctors told them to take some gravel or antibiotics, or whatever needs for the poisoning. And the only 1 doctor went to look for the reason of the poisoning. So, the same happens in life, in the healthcare, right? I don't even know if there are any doctors who really go to the root cause until it's like an alternative medicine, or at least the doctor is really, really knowledgeable, and he knows how important it is to find the root and the cause, and not just to mask the symptom. And medication is just like Advil. It's a painkiller, it numbs you. However, somehow it doesn't work for the long term. For some people, yes, but for most of them, you just up in your medication, or you are just stopping taking them with huge side effects, it didn't work for you, and you still struggle with the same issues. So if this is the reason why it doesn't work, right, for some people. So I always recommend first to look if you're taking medication and you really need it to help you, like, immediately, because you already have like very huge mental struggle and you cannot cope by yourself. Of course, you're taking this tool to help yourself, but then at the same time, you need to go and find the root and the reason, and then you will not need the medication because you will find other solutions. And most of our problems are coming from, adversity, coming from past traumas, or some recent traumas, and, some traumatic experiences that we have been in or experienced ourselves. So working in complex, that's the best way. So if you have any questions, shoot me a message. My contacts are down below. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.